Welcome back to the lab. I'm Al. This is Marcus. What's going on, brother?
Not too much, man. Same old, same old. How you doing, man?
I'm chilling like a villain, bro.
Just want to remind everyone to check out music by NISH, the producer of that intro track. It's called Trap Sex. You can find his music on YouTube, SoundCloud.
Right on, right on. His information is also on our social media, too, so check him out. Also, check out our nephew. Does a ton of artwork, Levity Creations. His information is also on our website. So, I'm sorry, not website, our social media. So go ahead and hit him up. So what's going on, brother? I'm hoping you are caught up with The Last of Us.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that last episode, man.
So I believe it was the last two. I think it was the last two we didn't discuss because the last time we discussed it, you hadn't seen the episode with Henry and his little brother, right?
Yes. I hadn't seen that one.
Awesome episode.
Yeah.
Was it not?
No, it was up there with episode 3 as far as like emotional toll it takes on you. But yeah, it was a fantastic episode, man. Everybody did a great job.
And the young man that plays his younger brother, I believe he's deaf in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was phenomenal on the show.
Yeah.
I've been using that word a lot too lately. I hear that every time my wife's editing. I just hear me saying phenomenal all the time. Feel like Vince Vaughn. But you see how that entire episode plays out. You see how him and Ellie get really tight, how they get along, their relationship for the short time that it was, how great it was. And you can tell that dude loved his brother.
Yeah, he did, man. I mean, when you look at like the episode prior to it, and you know, you get a sense of like why the chick is trying to get him or like get back at him essentially, and then you see what he did it for. It's like, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's really tough, but yeah, it was. I don't know, man. I don't know. The episode was good from the start to finish. Like it was, yeah.
And you see how in the end, you could see both in Ellie's face and in Joel's face when they were burying those bodies, how they were like, fuck, man. This is either going to be us or this is us.
Yeah. Definitely.
And you could see how much it crushes Joel.
Yeah. He definitely took that one hard, considering like how tough he is. You could tell that one's like kind of a lot. And he warmed up to them. You could tell, you know, that he was warmed up to them. Man, I don't know, man. I had a feeling watching the episode something bad was like that was gonna happen. I just thought it was gonna be the older brother, but it being the little dude, it's like, jeez, man.
And
I knew like once she hugged him and they're like, oh, she put her blood on it to like try to heal it. I'm like, I know she's gonna, and they showed her wake up. I'm like, I know this dude's a zombie now, or undead, whatever they are. I already know it. And just, man.
I admire her trying. I definitely admire her trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Ellie's cool, man. She's good.
And I mean, she's fortunate that he was deaf.
Yeah.
Because he would have attacked her long before. It wasn't until she got his attention that he turned on her and was trying to tear that up.
Yeah.
But man, dude, when the brother had to shoot him, And he was like, "Oh, what did I do?" And the second he said, "What did I
Second he
do?" I
did,
was
I
like,
was
"Oh,
like, he's killing himself. Well, he's gonna
yeah, he's done."
alive himself, as they say. He's gonna unalive himself after this.
Because
And that's what he did,
everything
man.
he did was for him.
Yeah, that was his life. That was his purpose.
Mm.
So yeah, man, it was tough, man. It's a tough episode. But
Oh, dude.
I don't know, going forward, I mean, I think it's gonna be beneficial to them that they had met them, and haven't like dealt with what were their names again? The brothers?
Henry was the older brother.
Henry, and it's not Sam, is it?
Man, don't quote me. I don't know. I
Okay.
forgot.
Well,
I mean, shit.
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It is beneficial I think it's gonna be beneficial
I
for
think it
Joe
is
and
Sam,
Ellie.
though. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's gonna be beneficial for them because like I don't know, man. That like you can tell from the episodes before this that they're like growing that bond, but I don't know. In a world like this, you gotta think those kids have only seen the world from this lens, Like Joel's
Yeah.
older, he's seen what the world was before this. Those kids have only seen this world, So
I mean, look how Ellie reacted just getting into the truck. She had never been inside a fucking car.
yeah, that's true.
So
But
all this,
yeah. Hey, it just brings me back to that point, man. It's like, in the face of doom and fucking apocalypse, humans are still the biggest threat to other humans.
and they're
And
always going to be.
it's disheartening, man, to be honest. It's as sad as it's disheartening.
Because
But
in real life, that's how it is too.
yeah,
When you look at it,
it's
we
true.
don't really need zombies to show that humans are the worst.
Yeah, we could definitely
But
do better by each other.
if and when that does happen, like, shit, got to take my motto. Everybody got to go down.
Hey,
If
listen.
you're neither family, friend, you got to go. I mean, maybe even at that time, just take folks out.
Yeah, what I'm saying is seeing as how these like shows that have these kind of circumstances, like that's usually the main threat is other humans.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever the zombies or whatever the other thing is a backdrop, like whatever the virus or whatever's going on, that's the backdrop to like humans being the worst, essentially, and like
Yeah.
to each other. So it's about power and control, and I don't know, man. It's ridiculous.
Did they?
back
Did they?
back to the
Did
show?
they?
It's a great show.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Did they happen to say how many episodes they were doing for The Last of Us?
Uh, I don't know. That's a good question. I would think it's not going to be any less than 10, but I know there were already been like people asking about season 2. I'm like, man, let's just get through season 1. We don't know how this is going to end.
Yeah.
There might
True.
not be a need for season 2. So let's see. This might be a limited series.
And considering everyone that I've spoke to about the second game, they said the second game was complete shit. So hopefully they don't go off of the second game if there happens to be a season 2.
Yeah. I think they've made a few of these Last of Us games. I know
Well,
they're like
actually-
great video games from what they
Actually,
say.
I'm sorry. They've already signed on for season 2, so there will be a season 2.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so there is going to be a season 2. I forgot I
HBO
read about
usually
that.
gets this right, man. Like HBO shows, they usually get this right. And it's very rare that an HBO show is not very great or good or fantastic, at some
Dude,
point.
I hope
So,
they don't fuck it up.
I mean, hey, if they make it long enough, they will. They'll find a way. Something about a certain amount of seasons, like we talked about that before. The 4 or 5 seasons or something, but let's go
Yeah,
ahead
4 or
and get up
5
out of there.
seasons, you're good.
Just go on and get up out of it after that. Because after that, then it's just going to start getting weird.
Yep.
I don't know. Some shows I think could like last, like I think like cartoons or something, I don't think like The Simpsons lasted for like 30 years or something. Like that's different.
Well, those things are
Like
different.
Family Guy or, Rick and
Mhm.
Morty or something that could last forever, but like a scripted television show, yeah. At some point, you're just gonna have to like
Move on.
because even like The Walking Dead, this is like a show that's about zombies, right? And then like humans and being the worst. But then after a while, you're just recycling the exact same ideas. And it's just like, oh, we moved to this place and we find some kind of shelter. And then there's some people there and they want to kill us. And then there's zombies in between. So, it just gets formula. I can't say the word. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Dude, they've had me since season 1. I haven't watched season 11 yet, but I'm there. But
I
with what The
stopped
Last of
watching.
Us is doing,
Mm-hmm.
I hope they don't fuck up. I hope they
No.
don't fuck it up. But
Yeah, I
again,
think they'll be
HBO,
good.
yeah, I think with HBO they'll be good.
Yeah.
And you mentioned cartoon. I started watching a particular cartoon on HBO that that Harley Quinn Valentine's
Oh.
Day,
Oh, I didn't watch the Valentine's Day one. I watched
but
the
it's like
show though. The Harley Quinn show. It's really
the
good.
Valentine's Day thing is just like 3 seasons.
Damn, is it really?
Yeah.
No, that might be the regular show then. I think I think that's like a special or something within the season. I think.
Oh,
Because there's 3 seasons of the show itself.
okay. Well, I got to
But
tell you,
yeah.
so far I think it's stupid.
You don't like the cartoon? What was the first show that you watched? What was the first episode that you seen? Were
When
they
the
on a boat?
Joker and were they on a
Joker and
boat?
Harley broke up?
Yeah.
They were on a boat
I think
at
so.
one point? Yeah, man, that show's great.
I
What are
mean,
you talking about?
there are some funny parts, but I
Yeah.
sit there and I'm watching. I'm like, oh god.
Oh,
But
it's very stupid in the sense of like being like a real DC fan. Oh, it's very stupid because, bro, they made Jim Gordon a clown. They made Batman a clown, but
they
it's
made
Harley
Robin
Quinn.
a fucking.
Yeah, Robin's a weirdo.
And then
Like,
what the fuck is a kite man? Who the fuck is a kite man? Does that motherfucker even exist for real?
I think so, bro. I think that's a real Batman. Batman's got a lot of roles, bro. But you gotta remember, this is from Harley's perspective. So that's why I kind of like look at it from that lens. Like Harley would see everybody as, clowns and a joke. And then she'd be the protagonist. Like, come on, man, what world do we live in?
And
Harley
like
Quinn would be the protagonist.
Bane is a complete idiot.
Yeah, he's dumb.
Poison Ivy, you don't know if she's gay or straight or where she's trying to go.
Well, her and Harley have had like relations.
Oh,
They put them together before because she actually cares about Harley. Like, Joker does not. So, and like, I don't know if they can depict the way that Joker treats her, especially like those old cartoons and like the comics. Like, I don't know if they can depict that. Not in the world that we live in now. Like that.
Oh no,
a bit much.
no.
You
'Cause
definitely can't
Joker-
put it on screen.
Joker literally beat the shit out of this woman.
Yeah.
You would just be, but considering everything else that they're willing to put on screen that you would consider to be terrible, that they're willing, especially involving children.
You got a point there. I guess if you got the right audience, man, I guess you could sell anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad,
especially in Hollywood, man.
but
Especially
I
in
like
Hollywood.
the Harley Quinn show though. I like it for what it is. It's goofy.
I'm not gonna quit it because I can't do that. I have to finish shit out. So hopefully it grows on me. But for now, a lot of it is just really stupid.
That was very stupid. Very.
I'll be sitting there and I'm like, oh my god. And then like Robin. I'm like, oh my god, man, this is just so stupid. But I do laugh at certain things about it, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stick with it, see where it goes.
Yeah.
Now, I am caught up with the 5 episodes of You.
Nice.
I'm assuming you are as well.
I am.
Well, let me just start off by saying
Mm.
this nigga should have just killed Marianne. She's never going to forgive you. She's always going to be scared of you. She knows you're alive now. Who's to say she won't rat you out?
I mean, I like that he didn't do it because it's showing that Joe Goldberg is like growing, man. He said it. He was hurt when she said that, like, oh, you're going to do something to me. He's like, dude, I'm not like that. Okay, I don't just kill people. I mean, he has just killed people. But a lot of his kills would be like, I don't know, justifiable homicide. I know it's not a real thing,
Like,
but
a lot of the folks he killed were being nosy.
and some of them were the worst, bro. Like the first season, Peach, she was the worst, bro. And Peach was the worst.
Yeah,
And she
to
had
go.
an obsession with Beck, right? The Paco's stepdad or whatever he was. He was attacking Joe, so Joe had to kill him. Benji, okay, he probably didn't have to kill Benji.
Not only was he attacking Joe, but he was beating his woman and abusing
beating
that
Paco
kid.
up. Yeah, so he was a terrible guy. Yeah.
He had to go.
Now, Benji and his boys killed that one kid in college. I get it. And Benji was the worst, too. But, I mean, you could argue that Joe didn't necessarily have to kill him.
Yeah, you know. But, I mean, who's going to miss him?
Nobody. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Joe has done some dirt, but, like, a lot of his shit, there was a reason. Like, he wouldn't hurt Mariette. But then again, I thought, no, Joe has definitely killed his last two exes. So he would definitely kill Mariette.
Because there was a time where he wouldn't have hurt Beck.
Yeah.
There was a time where he wouldn't have hurt Love.
That's true.
But I mean, again, at the end, those two turned out to be cheating whores. So,
but Mariette never cheated, though.
Who? Mariette? No, Mariette so far has been the good one. Out of all these chicks Joe's obsessed over.
But you know what bugged me out? When this man saw her and he was thinking to himself like she was going to be happy to see him. Yeah. How is he that delusional? Like, how are you that delusional, bro? Like, come on.
Like, what did you think? Now, granted, you were there. Even though you were paralyzed, you could still hear what Love was telling this bitch. Oh, my bad. We don't use that word.
Okay.
This unstable creature.
You
heard what
Love was saying. Well,
I mean, what she was saying. So, I mean, what did you think was going to happen when she saw you?
I don't know. So that's what bugged me out. Like, why is he so shocked that she's like acting strange? Like, dude, you heard what she was told, which was the truth for the most part. Like,
and she ended the conversation saying, "Look, if you're alive, that means you killed her." She's never not going to believe that you're not going to hurt her.
That's true.
So at this point,
and even if he explained it, even if he explained himself, like Love was killing people and I had to do this, blah, 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 he could have said all that. I don't think she's ever going to like see him in that light. But I like that he didn't hurt her because he said he wanted to prove it to her. It's like, I'm not that guy, you know?
Yeah, well, progressing from that episode.
Joe can't get right, man. That's all I know. He can't get right. The shenanigans he's in right now, bro. Like, I just...
Who was the first one? Malcolm? Was Malcolm the first one to die?
I think so. Yeah.
Like, dude, when that happened... Now, I'll say this. My wife called it. She was like, Reese is the killer.
That's what we were saying. And I was like, Joe definitely didn't kill this dude. You know why? Because Joe remembers everybody he kills, and he's very conscious when he's doing it. Yep. He was like, oh, my God, I got to go bury a body because I'm good at it. But he didn't act like you heard him say, like, oh, I guess I must have done this. Like, dude, come on. I know you on that absence. But, like, come on, man. I don't see Joe. Like, Joe don't kill people and not know it. You know? So I'm like, and Reese just felt he felt too good, you know? Like, he's too cool. He's got too many good lines. He's writing books, and he's like above them. Like, he's above that kind of like pretentious bullshit, but he's also
he came from poverty.
Yeah, and he's like also there with them. So it's like, I don't know, man. He strikes me as like he's nah, he's mysterious. But I love for a fact Joe wasn't the one doing this stuff. I was like, we know Joe's not doing it. We're watching Joe's life, and we know he ain't doing it. Like, go ahead,
he's falling in love. He's falling in love with that broad, though.
She ain't
He
even
is.
this type, bro. She ain't even this type. She don't even fit, bro. She's like easily the lamest of all the girls.
So yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, what is your take on was it Phoebe? The dude who likes to get pissed on.
Oh. What do you mean? What is my take on that? That's weird to me, but I don't know. Like, I don't judge people with the things that they like, but it's not for everybody, I should say.
What made me laugh was how she was his girl. I can't remember her name. Phoebe? I think it is Phoebe.
I hate this Phoebe. You know?
She was willing to piss on this dude, and he was disgusted by it. Maybe he prefers his urine coming out of a man hose?
Maybe. I thought that. He also like explained that he wants to be like someone beneath him to like dominate him essentially.
Yes,
So and then like
yes.
he couldn't get into it because he feels like he's beneath her, which probably is rightfully so. So I thought that was the crux of their whole thing. But I mean that's hey man, people like weird stuff in these streets.
That's those rich motherfuckers, man. Those
I
motherfuckers into some
guess.
weird shit.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know about all that, but
Way too much. Like this nigga, he
yeah.
was getting peed on with his mouth open, his eyes open.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Ugh.
I love that Joe like saw that shit too out of nowhere, like,
Mm-hmm.
and now we're mad at him because you broke us up. Like, bro, you
For
getting
real.
pissed on by a dude, man. Like, take it easy. You should be looking in the mirror when you want to blame somebody. Look in the mirror and blame him. The hell?
And what about that fucking other dude who has upskirt pictures? What's that girl Joe was banging? That was with Malcolm. What's her name again? Shit.
I'm terrible with names right now.
Yeah,
I
me
can't
too.
remember. I know
And I
who they
just
are. But
watched it, but Malcolm's
yeah,
chick. Like,
yeah. Oh, Joe's chick now. I should say. We should say.
yeah, pretty much, because it looks like they're
Because
falling in love, man.
I felt like they like hated each other at first, and then I was like, oh, that's like that sexual hate. It's like that
Mm-hmm.
frustration because they want each other, and then it's like, oh, we're not gonna do this again, and then like they're fucking again. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
She
What you doing,
can't
Joe? You ain't got time for this.
she can't get enough of that Joe people, bro. She
I
loves
don't
it.
know. I mean, she was standing over that chick's body, or she was sitting over her body. I was like, and I love how Joe reacted, thinking like, oh shit, this is love all over again. He's like, I already know what I got to do. I got to take her ass out now. I can't even I can't
And
put
that's
no
what
baby in
Reese
there, none of that.
Reese
But
has
at the
been telling
same,
him to kill her.
he has been. But like, I like that. I believed her too. Like, I don't think that she well, obviously we know that she didn't. But I'm like, I don't think that she's like a killer like that either, though, just by how she's gone about other stuff. Now, Reese, my question is, how does he have all this information on Joe?
Exactly.
Because Joe's been very careful and smart about how he like,
Mm-hmm.
cleaned himself up and like, changed identities and whatnot. So I wonder if
Because
it's
I
going to
mean,
be somebody from the past.
he got all the dirt on Joe, all of
Yeah,
it,
all of it.
and it's like, man,
Yeah,
dude, like, who are you getting your shit from? Like,
for real. I
I
wonder if
thought it
it's
was.
somebody from the past, like that maybe like Reese is related to or that he knows,
Hmm.
could
I
tie it all up.
wonder. I wonder if he's related to the Quins.
Names, it could be. I was thinking maybe he's related to Beck.
Ooh.
Because you remember her book came out.
Yes.
That's what 40 wanted to do that book about, or that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, man. Reese is a smart cat. They start
Yes,
putting
he
stuff
is.
together, I guess it's not that hard to deduct that he's Joe Goldberg, but he's done a really good job about, like, shielding that from the world. So for anybody to know it and know it like that accurately, that's crazy, man.
Because there was the PI. Well, that PI admitted to not knowing anything too. So yeah, so we can just rule him out.
And
Yeah,
he
that's weird.
retired, right? He's like
Pretty.
somewhere he didn't want to tell them where he was. He's like, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
doing none of that. But
I told you not to call this number again.
yeah, but he had
But
to.
let me see.
I don't know.
It comes
Show just
out.
can't get right, man.
Part 2 comes out March 9th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait, dude. I will say this though, Joe fucked up when Reese had him in the fucking cellar.
Mm-hmm.
You could have played it off a little bit better that you wanted to partner up with this dude and kill some folks
Mm-hmm.
and not go through. I mean, granted, thank God he got out of there because
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering how he wasn't. Now, I would not have saved, what's his name? The clown that's obsessing over the girl that was trying
I
to
would have
hunt him
saved
down.
him. I
Yeah.
would have saved him. That
Roll.
shows you that Joe's not a bad dude, man. He's saving people. He's sparing lives. Like, Joe's not that dude, bro. They've got him pegged wrong. Joe's the only killed out of necessity. I mean, okay, let me not say out of necessity because that sounds crazy. Joe's like, he's turning a corner, man. He's just out here killing, you know? That's not his main goal.
At least he's trying to. I give him that much.
He hasn't killed anybody this season that I can think of.
Killing Roll, whatever his name is, that would have been justified. This dude was hunting you down with a shotgun.
He was definitely doing all that.
All right. If Joe didn't get the upper hand, this dude was going to shoot him in the face. So you know what? I'd have let his ass burn.
He could have played, like you said, though, he could have played it off better with Reese. He could have been like, yeah, man, let's do this. But, you know, Joe can't lie very good.
Yeah.
His lying skills ain't as good. I mean, he can lie good about certain things. But when it comes down to, like, selling it, he can't sell it. Like, his base gives it away. That's so weird. But it's a good season so far, though. Like,
I enjoy it. But, you know, I was reading where a homeboy that plays Joe's character didn't want to do intimate scenes anymore because of his relationship with his girlfriend and blah, 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 blah. But I'm seeing a ton of intimate stuff going on with Joe in this season so far.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen any, like, sexy time. I mean, it's been, like, implied sexy stuff.
I mean, my man was banging old girl in the bush.
Well, they didn't really show it, though. They just showed him, like, initiated. And then they cut to black. I'm not gonna lie. Old girl dying, it's fucked up as it sounds. The one that was like, you could be the killer. I'm not gonna miss her, man. Yeah.
Oh, no, me neither. She was a bitch.
Yeah, she was a loudmouth idiot.
Yeah. That chick, I'll call her straight up bitch. She was a bitch.
So I don't miss her. And Malcolm wasn't that great either.
No.
But again, I don't think Malcolm really deserved to get killed per se, but I mean, I guess it's for the narrative of the story. You know, I want to know what Reese's angle is outside of this whole, like, you know, Robin Hood type deal, like when you stealing from the rich.
I want to know what was done to him to make him hate all these motherfuckers the way he do.
Exactly. Yeah. What caused that?
But Gemma dying, I did not feel bad because when they were saying that she used to, get her people to run over peasants or whatever the fuck, like, really?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You gotta go. You got to go.
And you could tell Gemma doesn't fit with this, like, this kind of class of humans. Or, like, people like that act like that or think like that. Like, he's not like that.
No.
He's a very, like, humble cat, so.
If Love was still alive today, Love would have killed half these folks.
Yeah, Love comes from money, too. But she's not like that either. That's true. And Love would have, like, she'd have been slicing and dicing. Old girl would have been dead. the first person that would have died would have been old girl.
Would have been Gemma.
Well, no, it might have been Malcolm's chick. Because if Joe would even looked at her and been like, "Oh, you," that'd have been that. You know how you remember how she did old girl, the real estate chick. Joe had a conversation with that. Granted, Joe was about to do that. Joe was definitely about to clap cheeks, but listen, I don't know if Joe knows that he got that girl killed though.
Oh, he knows.
For sure. He knows. Oh, because that was all him. He could have avoided all of that from happening. There's a lot of dead bodies in his wake. There's a lot of death in his, you know.
Marianne only makes it out because of her daughter. If Marianne's daughter doesn't come into the house and interrupt what was going on, she's dead.
Oh, yeah.
You know, love don't play that shit.
That's true. Well, love ain't gonna kill a kid, though.
No, she won't. She won't.
That's
why ratting Joe out was plan B for love. Plan A was to take Marianne out.
Yeah.
But then the little girl needed the bathroom interrupted.
Nah, good for her. She saved her mother's life.
Oh, yes.
She should have been an orphan. She'd have been an orphan because Joe definitely killed her father. Right? That was her father, right? Or ex? That was her dad.
Yeah. The reporter dude. That was a douche.
Yeah.
The drug
Again, see, another guy that's a bad guy. That Joe laid, unalived. So.
Who we won't miss.
Or the comedian who is a pedophile,
Yeah,
season 2.
Yeah. He was about to bang, was it season 2? Yeah. He was about to bang, what's her name's little sister?
Yeah.
AKA Wednesday.
Yeah.
But Joe switched those drinks up and gave it to him.
They gotta bring her back. I think they make another season. They gotta bring her back.
Yo,
see what she,
you mentioned
what
that.
she's doing.
What if she's the one feeding Reese information?
Oh. Whoa.
Because remember,
it just blew my mind.
Whether
I hadn't even thought about that.
Whether or not Joe's sending her money, she's still angry at the fact that
her sister's done.
Yeah, her sister's dead, and it's because of Joe.
Yeah, I mean, Joe didn't do it, but it's his fault nonetheless. Because love. Nah, I didn't even think about that. What's her name? Is it Ellie? I think it's Ellie. Pretty sure it's Ellie.
A lot of Ellies in this fucking shows.
I didn't even think about Ellie being like the one. I'm gonna tell Lace about that. That's a very good theory. I like that a lot, actually, because he's rich enough. He's rich enough to like have that kind of access to people, and he could give her something that she needs, financially, and a chance, like you said, to get back at Joe.
Because her last words to Joe was, "I hate you."
Yeah, that's true. Those were her last words.
You know how teenagers are. They don't think things through. So, I mean, that could be.
Yeah, I should get take. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
I'd just like to know how the fuck would he know her, though. But again, he writes books. She loves films. She's pretty much a writer herself. So, I mean.
And Beck's book, maybe he was looking for some inspiration on his next thing. That film never got made, but that screen might still be around, or that screenplay or whatever might be somewhere, depending on what the Quins did with it. But yeah, there's a lot. You know what? That's the only thing. Like, I know that they had 40 was in season 3, wasn't he? Like moments, like Love was like by herself. Like in the bathtub and stuff.
She would conjure. She would conjure, which I thought was weird.
But I was like, I'm glad that they kept, because like that would have been weird if they would have like continue the show and not even discuss him. Like, he was a major part of season 2, and that's her twin brother, and she's the reason that he's dead. So, that guilt that comes with that. I don't know. There's a lot going on in the show, man. I might have to just jump back in and just like rewatch all of it again. As much as I liked it. Like, season 4 has got me like, man, it's like a different angle on the story because it's like, it's
You got
refreshing.
you got Joe trying to play the good guy, but having to do
Yeah.
bad things in the meantime.
Yeah. The fact that he's been like burying bodies though, I'm like, come on, man. He can't get right. He just can't get right. He just can't get out of this life.
Have they mentioned how much time has passed since he's left his son with that couple?
They haven't set a time frame yet. I know
Hmm.
he can't have been in France that long because remember he's chasing after the old girl. So it probably hasn't been that long, you know, it just grew out
Hmm.
a beard. I don't know how this man be getting all these like, well, oh, that was the private investigator, the Quinn's private investigator. And that money he took out, paid that dude. That dude gave him a whole new identity and everything.
Yep.
Cause I'm like, man, how's Joe getting to be a professor? That's crazy. And part of me was thinking the girl might be in on something too. The
Which
girl
one?
that's
That
helping
student?
him, yeah, helping him with the
Yeah, yeah.
whodunits. We were thinking that she might be having an affair with Malcolm, or might have been having an affair with Malcolm,
Yeah, she
because
was.
she was always showing up at his house and such.
Yeah, she was.
So, oh, they did confirm that, didn't they?
Yeah,
Okay.
she
So,
was.
yeah.
That's why she wanted to. That's why she asked him to retrieve that letter she wrote to Malcolm so that
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't be made public and, she'd be ruined and couldn't
Yeah.
write again or whatever. Yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
confirmed that she was having an affair. I thought Joe was going to end up banging her too, but I guess
Nah,
not yet.
he's gotten that out of his system where, well, it's early. He's got more
Mm-hmm.
women he's gonna sleep with. He's gonna sleep with at least
Oh.
one different other one. That seems to be his MO. He gets about 2 or 3 a season that he
Uh,
has
I wouldn't be
spread
surprised
the
if he ends up
seed
banging
with.
Phoebe.
Well, she wanted to, but he had to turn it down. He was like, I can't jump into that right now. Then again, she's single now because her man likes to get peed on from penises, evidently.
But she was holding
I,
him. She was holding him towards the end of that episode.
yeah.
They were telling each
Cause
other
I'm
they
saying
love each other.
she was really ready to like, to do that, you know? She was
Yeah,
gonna,
she loved that dude. She loves that dude.
yeah. I know they were holding each other and all that, but like, that's gonna hit ahead again because like, he's gonna need to get peed on. And like, she's not capable of doing it the way he wants, I guess. I don't know.
You gotta wonder if he thinks Joe is beneath him, and if it would satisfy him to have Joe pee on him while Phoebe watches.
Oh, he'd love that.
I'm pretty sure he would. He was begging to get pegged. Like, ugh.
Yeah. See, I was like, okay, they've taken it too far down because I'm like, that's one thing for this dude to get peed on all the time. But then, like, when she was like saying, "Oh, is it pegging?" and he was like, "No, it's not that." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, let's do that, please." And he's begging at that point, like, "Bro, what are you talking about? How's that better than getting peed on?" Like,
Yeah, like I
what are
mean,
we talking about
ugh.
right now? Either way, it's all weird. But like, nah, bro, I'm not. Nah, we don't need to do that kind of stuff. Man. That backdoor
Yeah, for
stuff.
real. Well, it was just
I'm cool on that. Hey,
no, no,
listen,
no.
to each their own. Live your life, enjoy it, have fun, whatever you like
It
to
ain't
do.
hurt. It's not hurting anybody. So hey.
No, it's not hurting anybody, but I'm just saying that's not my cup of tea. Yeah, it's just me personally. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I do
co-sign that.
love it
I'm
though.
not that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But I am
Very
loving
good
the
show.
show though. Yeah, I'm loving it. I like the new twist this season. See, this is the kind of thing too. I think like one more season, depending on how this one ends. I'm like, maybe it's about time to start wrapping it up.
Like the internet was going wild after last season because when they showed him in Paris, because
Mm-hmm.
there's was it an Emily in Paris with Lily Collins?
Mm-hmm.
I hear she's pretty loose on that show too. There was talks of him ending up with her, and I was like, look, if Joe runs into Emily or whatever her
Mm-hmm.
name is, she's dead.
Well, she
If he
cheats on
falls,
her, she's definitely dead.
yeah, she should be dead. There'll be no more Emily in Paris. I don't know how many seasons that has going on, but if Joe runs into her, she's gone. We can just write her off because you know how Joe
Yeah,
is. But have you
it's
gotten a chance
facts.
to watch the other shows that we talked about, man? Sweet
Yeah.
Home, Hellbound,
Nah, I
All of
haven't
Us Are
checked.
Dead,
Mm.
Mandalorian,
No, I
Mandalorian
got to.
season, yeah,
Yeah,
that
the Lord
new
might be my
season,
next thing. I might jump
yeah,
into that
because
next.
the new season's
Yeah,
coming up.
yeah,
The new season is
yeah.
coming up.
Check out that. I know I'm like really behind on that one, but
Yeah, you behind on a
hell,
lot.
man, when Mandalorian, that one makes no sense because I came out like when Disney Plus started, and I've just put it off for some odd reason. I might start it tonight. We'll see, because I need something to like jump into like that. Something to devote some energy to. I do want to watch that Obi-Wan show too. I guess I'll
Oh,
watch Boba
yes.
Fett, but I don't know if I really care about Boba Fett like that.
Here's what I'll say about Boba Fett. Boba Fett was not terrible,
Mm-hmm.
but my favorite episode of Boba Fett was when Mandalorian showed up.
Mm-hmm.
When Mando
Okay.
showed up, that was like my favorite episode. But if I remember right, it didn't end too bad. So I guess it's worth the watch. The Obi-Wan one, uh,
Mm-hmm.
man, I had no idea Obi could be such a bitch. One,
Mm.
two, I wanted Princess Leia to die the whole time. Like for me,
Isn't
it's
that is it Natalie Portman?
no.
Oh no, that's not Natalie Portman. I'm thinking Natalie
Mm-mm.
Portman's what's his name? This woman,
Yeah.
Anakin. Jeez, I'm sorry, bro.
No,
My
no, no,
brain's
no.
all over.
Because they're talking about the young ones and Obi is trying
Yeah,
to protect, and
the
with
younglings, the young
with
ones.
with Princess Leia, like some of the things, like you see Obi's trying to help her, and some of the
Yeah.
things, and I know she's a kid, so sometimes you have to give children a pass,
Mm-hmm.
but with how stupid she was, man, I never wanted to see a child die so
Hold
much in
on.
my life.
Is this a prequel to the episodes?
Yeah, so Princess Leia is a kid.
So
Yeah,
Leia and Luke are kids.
Luke. Yeah,
Oh wow. So Obi's still young at this point. This is like before the
these.
episode 1 and 2 and 3.
Yes.
So okay. I was saying, but this is around that time because he knows them then. Because didn't he meet him in episode 1? Did he meet Luke or Anakin?
I
No, see,
forget.
no. Okay, I'm all over the place. Okay. Episodes 1, 2, and 3. That's Anakin's saga.
Mm-hmm.
6, 7, and 8 is Luke. I mean, 4, 5, and 6 is Luke
I
and
believe
Leia.
so.
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is in between the two because Luke is a kid,
yes.
younger than the Mark Hamill Luke,
Yes.
and Carrie Fisher Leia. They're little kids on here,
So like when that
right?
season ended, Princess Leia gets to be an adult. So it's disappointing to me because I'm like,
But she ends
so
up
many
being a great
times,
character, though.
yeah, she was a terrible child.
I
She was
gotta
a
watch it,
terrible
man.
child. Yeah, you
I gotta
should.
watch it. Bro, there's like a ton of Star Wars content that I haven't consumed. I mean, I like Star Wars. I just don't. I don't know. I don't like nerd
Like
out
with
over it. I think it's
no,
good,
no,
but
neither do I. Like Mandalorian is easily one of
all right,
my
it's the
top favorite
best.
Star Wars stuff. Yeah,
I heard it's
easily.
the best Star Wars has to offer. Does he take the helmet off, or is he like helmeted on most of the time?
Oh well, it's been long enough. Yeah, he does take the helmet off, but he does it for good
What?
reason.
Okay,
They're not supposed to take the helmet off, but he does it for good reason.
and he talks through the helmet.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's not
Mm-hmm.
Yoda, is it? Like Baby Yoda's
No,
not really Yoda. That's like
that
one of his
is
people,
that
though.
is that is Grogu. Yeah.
Okay,
So when you
that's one of his
meet,
like people.
yeah, but when you meet Baby Yoda, he's already like 50 years old.
Oh, I know
So even
they
though
age crazy.
it's
He's like a
ridiculous,
little baby, but
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 Grogu and
he's
Mando are easily my favorite characters on that show.
but he's got skills too, don't he?
Oh yes, he saved
Sure.
Mando's life,
Is he a
and I
Jedi?
think you can tell that he was trained for a little bit, and then I don't know. I think there was a rumor that he might have been one of the younglings that escaped before Anakin went all fucking crazy and killed all of them. So I'm not sure. They don't really go into, but you know he is one of Yoda's people or descendants or
Okay.
whatever the case may be. But he is a badass. Even though he's young,
But
he is a badass.
so this is the question. Maybe I need to rewatch episode 4. Did Obi-Wan know them? Did he know Luke and Leia before they were adults?
Yeah.
Because in the movie it felt like he had just met them. You know
He
what I'm
knew
saying?
them before
Episode
they were
4?
adults. Yeah, he knew
Okay.
them before they were adults.
Okay. Well, they didn't know each other, though.
Because
Okay.
in the movie, if I'm not mistaken, Obi comes into Luke's life when Obi's already an old man.
Yeah.
But Obi had been watching him from afar just to make sure he'd been okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But he knew of the
Because he
children.
knows who he is. Yeah. Because he knows who his dad is and all that. Okay.
I'm telling you, that show, I just wanted to see Princess Leia die.
And they brought old boy back to play Darth Vader, right? Anakin? From episode 2 and 3. I thought he got a bad rap, man. I think they just put shit all over him. I think Anakin's story was to be bitch made. It wasn't his fault. The actor's
Or
fault.
just
Like
emotional.
Anakin,
I wouldn't say just...
the Skywalker family, bro, is very emotional. All of them act on emotion, feel everything. Luke is one of my least favorite Star Wars characters, bro. And Han Solo this might be my spicy take. I think Han Solo's the worst, bro.
Really?
I really don't like Han Solo. I just don't. I think he's an okay character, I guess. I love Harrison Ford, but like Han Solo, like, come on, bro. He's not a Jedi. Just like he ain't a Jedi. He ain't got no power.
He ain't shit.
He's just like a gunslinger, I guess. Womanizing gunslinger. Like, whatever, man. Next. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to hear that bullshit.
I love
that might be my
Chewbacca.
spicy take. Yeah, Chewbacca's cool. CP3O's alright.
Yeah, I like
I like R2-D2.
Yes.
R2-D2 and BB-8. Those are my guys. Love those guys.
But definitely got to get up on Mando before this other season comes out.
Yeah, I need to.
Trying to remember. Andor. Her and I, my wife and I haven't watched that yet, so that's another one.
Okay.
I heard that one was the best Star Wars show out there, which I highly doubt because, again, you got to beat Mando. If you can't beat Mando, then... But I'll look into it to check it out. It's been out long enough.
I might start The Mandalorian tonight, man. It's kind of...
Dude, it's my fucking show. That is my fucking show. And Game of Thrones, homie. I mean,
yeah.
I'm doing a rewatch. This is my wife's first run at it. Can bring that back because House of Dragons is out, which I need to watch as well. I heard that was phenomenal.
Game of Thrones is gonna be a big. I'm gonna watch that. Like, I think in the summer, when there's like not a lot of these shows. There's not, a lot of stuff where like our shows that we watch aren't really in season, so I can really dive into it. You gotta watch Only Murders in the Building, bro. Tell you,
that's a show or a movie?
That's a show. Y'all would love that show. It's
What's
such
it called
a good
again?
show. Only Murders in the Building on Hulu.
On Hulu?
It's a very good show.
Okay.
I didn't think I'd like it, but I actually loved it. It's like a whodunit kind of deal.
Okay.
And it's like about a podcast. Like a podcast is like the central element of the show. That's good,
Put that on the list.
Yeah.
But seriously, All of Us Are Dead is getting another season. I don't know if it's because you have a beef with the Asian shows that you're not interested in watching them.
No, I don't have beef with them. I just have
Mm-hmm.
other interests. I just have other interests. There's just a lot of shows, bro. There's a lot of movies and shows that if I can't see them all,
Oh, dude,
I'm trying to.
it's rough. But like with those shows, there are not that many episodes, so they're easy to get through. Like
Yeah.
between Sweet Home and Hellbound, those are things you can probably knock out in a weekend. Especially Hellbound. Hellbound's only 6 episodes. Sweet Home's only 8.
Mhm.
And All of Us Are Dead is only 8. All of Us Are Dead is really good. It's a different start of the zombie virus or different take on it.
Mhm.
It's a different take on the zombies. Zombies nonetheless, but a different take on it,
Mhm.
which is good. Those fellas do their shows pretty good, man. I haven't been disappointed yet.
I'm ready for Squid Game to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, Squid Game.
Squid Game was good.
And I love Alice in Borderland. Like, I think I might like Alice in Borderland more than Squid Game. It's very close, if not more. Very.
For
But,
me, because Alice in Borderland came out first,
mhm.
I kind of feel like Squid Game kind of bit off the idea a little bit. I mean, Squid Game is still good, you know,
Yeah.
but because I saw Alice in Borderland first, I'm always going to put Alice in Borderland over Squid Game if I'm going to. But I know you watched Squid Game before Alice in Borderland, so.
Mhm. Yeah, that's true.
Have you ever seen the movie Train to Busan?
No.
Oh, shit. They're
You said
calling it
about.
one of the best zombie movies ever.
Is it?
But it is, I believe, in Korean, so you'd have to read the subtitles. But it's a great fucking movie, dude. Great fucking movie. You should check it out. I would put it over World War Z. And World War Z apparently is getting a sequel too after what, 10 years?
I didn't
Has it
love
been?
World War Z.
Nah. I thought it was I hadn't read the book yet. I still need to read the book. But it's just hard to sell me that Brad Pitt is some kind of scientist, if that's what he was supposed to be,
Smartest man alive, man.
I mean, you could have given that role to somebody else. I mean, I love Brad Pitt, but you're not going to sell me that he's a scientist. Let's just be serious.
No, not really.
Mm-mm.
I thought the movie
Mm-mm.
could have been better if it would have been like the book. It really is. They could have made that like trilogy. Should have been a trilogy.
Yeah, that's
The
what they were
first
going
movie,
for.
like slow burn. First movie should have ended with the zombie apocalypse starting. The first movie should have been about us how we got here. Cause it was like a war, bro. Like a war. Like zombies had taken over cities, and like we were fighting wars, and they had to get rid of like a lot of the tactics that we use now at war wouldn't work with zombie herds and, zombies are the undead. So they had to like retrain their soldiers on like combat. Like it was like a whole bunch of shit that went into those books. So for that movie, I'm like, that's them just being super fast. Like, bro, everybody's dead. If that's the case, like the way they're moving, like everybody's gone. Like the world's over.
Yeah.
They were moving
There's-
more like Walking Dead, but again, like they were smart and they were like, well, not smart. I don't want to say smart because like if you're not alive, I don't know. I don't understand the physics of zombie movies or zombie lore, but they were like actively doing things. The zombies were to make the U.S. military and the army, like the military and the government, to like figure there's a way that we need to fight these things because it's spreading, and it's like they like literally were having like like some of like the biggest wars in American history, like the war of this or the battle of this, like that's what they were doing, like the Battle of New York You know, like they had like certain boroughs that were like safe grounds, and then there were places that were infested, you know, and they're like battling, like going to war with these zombies. Like it was,
Oh,
I don't know, man, the books are crazy,
so I need to read the
but like the
books.
movie, yeah, the
Well,
movie
the
is
book is
just,
only one, right?
yeah, I think it's just one. It might have been a second, but I think it was just the one book. It's a long book,
Because the way you're
but
describing it reminds me of the show The Strain, with how they were
yeah, the
with how they
strain.
with how they were doing things in that was a good show too. Did you ever
I
finish
started
that out?
watching that. Nah, I didn't finish it. After that
Oh,
kid, that replacement kid, I was like, nope, I
purchase.
can't do it. Can't
Yeah,
do
I
it.
agree with you there. I will say this, when they brought him on in that second season, it was a
Mm-hmm.
little tough because what I felt they did by bringing him on is that the other actors were dumbing down their acting to
Mm-hmm.
kind of fit in the scene with this kid. Like this,
Mm-hmm.
it just seemed like these scenes were too big for this kid for me. The kid in the first
Yeah.
season
He was
played
great.
the role. Yeah, he played the role really well. The second
Mhm.
one, the second kid, I don't. But when the second season wasn't terrible, as long as you can get past that kid. But the third season, they definitely made up for it. So if you
Mm.
hadn't finished it, it's
It's
worth.
on like Hulu or something, I think.
Yes.
Because it's FX, so I think like all this stuff's on there. I might jump back in because I like the stream, man. I really enjoy the
Yeah,
stream.
the strain. Yeah, it finished off strong. What was the other one? Sleepy Hollow was another good show that I need to go back and finish. I think I watched the first season.
Boy.
Their take on things was really good. Like watching that first episode and seeing the direction they were going with it, I was like, oh, do I really want to
Mm-hmm.
stick around? But the way they finished that episode and the way they were going throughout that season, I was like, all right, this is a good damn fucking
It's like
show.
a modern Sleepy Hollow, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like he was like in the present, like Ichabod Crane is in the
Yes,
present.
sir. So that was a good show.
It's pretty cool take.
FX like HBO makes good shows.
For the most part, yeah. No, all of them. Yeah, they just might not last very long, but they make good shows though. Like The
Yeah, 2-3
Bridge.
seasons is all you need, and most of those shows are 2-3 seasons.
Like The Bridge. I love The Bridge.
Oh, they shut that
I
down.
love The Bridge. I
They
don't
never
know why though. I
they
love The
never let that
Bridge.
ride out, but they
It
shut
was
that
like
down.
that was a great show. I thought, at least.
It's a slow
I never
burner,
got into
but
like Sons of Anarchy and The Shield.
oh,
And,
The Shield is great.
or like
Sons of Anarchy.
Mayan.
Mayans, I haven't watched it, but I heard Mayans is great. But dude, The Shield, brother, treat yourself. If you like cop
Mm.
shows like that, treat yourself. Because had I ended up becoming a cop, I probably would be the Black Vic Mackey. Easy.
He's the main character, but I heard he's doing some
Mm-hmm.
slash stuff.
Oh man,
Like
you
doing
dude,
some
you should treat yourself to that show. But Sons of Anarchy,
questionable activities.
mm-hmm. Sons of Anarchy was also great.
I like Nip Tuck. Yeah,
I
it's
never got
got
into
all
that.
I like
Never
Nip
got
Tuck.
it.
And I love American Horror Story. That's another FX original.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you hate season 11 for no reason. It's one of the better seasons.
I hate season 11
I hear
with
you.
reason.
I shot a good one. I don't
Season 11 was
I
a
like season
vomit
11.
fest.
I might need to rewatch it because, like, I don't know. I don't see it the way you're seeing it. So, yeah, I need to see it from your lens.
That's all I have to say about season 11.
I gotta see it from your lens because we agree on a lot of the other seasons. So I'm confused now. I need to look at it from your lens because
It was
I like
just-
season 11. I thought it was good, and it's New York, man. That's home. What's the New York American Horror Story?
I mean, yeah, they portrayed New York in a way where, I mean, granted, they were only portraying one section, a
Yeah.
small section.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say that that's New York. But yeah,
Hey.
season 11 was gross.
It had a New York in the title.
Mm.
Let's.
I really want to say something, but I just know I'm going to get edited, so I'm just keeping it to myself.
You gotta say what you gotta say, man. I'm just saying.
Nah, man, because you and the wife are just going to edit me out.
Well, you should at least get it out. Because maybe we don't edit it. Maybe we love it. I mean, probably that. Since if you're worried about saying it, then I would, yeah, it might be bad. But, hey, man,
I mean,
hey, it's a free country. You say what you gotta say.
mm, mm,
I thought it was a good season.
I'll just say it's disgusting. And again, I'll say this. Like the other seasons, even some of the ones that weren't my favorite, I will go back and rewatch those seasons. I will never,
I'm gonna rewatch it.
ever
There's
rewatch
only
season
2
11.
I won't rewatch. I will never rewatch season 10. The double feature, I will never rewatch that. I
Yeah, that was
have
pretty
no
stupid.
desire to watch that.
I don't mind watching
And
the first half of it.
and I've rewatched Freak Show. I don't think I'd rewatch Freak Show again though. I think every other season I could watch it. But Freak Show and the Cult, well, no, the Cult had parts of it that I liked. Freak Show even had parts of it I liked too, but Freak Show was so cringy, bro. And just I don't know, man. I just feel like they went to different levels on that season, man. Like,
Mhm.
they went to some different, like when that dude got like, I see the tar on him and then like the feathers. I'm like, oh my gosh. The lobster hands, the bearded lady, Vic Mackey on there, gay.
Yeah.
And not
Yeah.
just like a regular, like, oh, he's a gay person, that's cool. Like, no, he's like this tough guy that's like hates gay people, but is gay. It's like, how does that work? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that mean? Freak Show just, it's just not, that's not it. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, it's just disgusting.
Go ahead with your outro.
But I want to thank everyone for supporting, listening. Please continue to do so. Like and subscribe. All that love is appreciated. I want to shout out to Enchanted Wolf. We see your comments. We see you. We appreciate them. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Go ahead and listen to us on YouTube, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeart, and Amazon Music. Again, we appreciate you guys. That's all the time we have this evening. And we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Peace.